Bodies of the Green Army litters the ground. They have been slaughtered in a brutal ambush. Now the survivors are on the retreat, leading a convoy all the way back to the Green territory, trying to get out of town before the Tans and Reds and Purples attack. The Blues have said their farewells and are headed back to their islands. They've decided it's time to start the defensive war. The Greens are doing the same, starting their defense right here at the convoy, trying to protect all retreating forces from the Tan menace that is surely to come. And come they are. The Tans are launching a massive invasion force with the capabilities of production that they have. They are fielding hundreds of tanks, and they are not stopping until they reach the retreating convoy and wipe it out. Because if the Greens lose that convoy, then they won't be able to do any offensive actions for months to come. Red Spec Ops units are also flanking the convoy with flamethrowers available to them. They are small in force, but mighty. Can the Greens stop the Tans and Reds from destroying their retreating forces? Or will the Tans and Reds manage to wipe the floor with them? If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out a lot in the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you think should happen in the next episode. Either way, let's find out what happens in this episode now. Alrighty then, gamers, let's get right on into this thing here. Yep, going in slow-mo for the start, and let's see as the Tans push forward in easily one of the largest vehicle invasions we have ever seen in the Army Men Unifying War here. Oh my goodness, already Sherman's getting slapped around by AP fire coming from the Tans, but Tan tanks are also getting hit hard by incoming Sherman fire. It will be a battle between the tanks for the very beginning of this thing, as infantry might be slightly out of range here, but the tanks certainly are not. Infantry will support the tanks, however, and the Tans really want to focus in on taking out any bazooka infantry that the Greens have at their disposal. That is going to be their main objective right there. Tons of shots going into the battlefield right here. These two Shermans back this way doing a bang up job. The one on the bridge gets absolutely topped. That thing is gone, but we've got two more Shermans over this way. This one might be damaged too. No, well, yes, it is damaged, yes. Well, yes, but actually no. It is still functional though, which is the most important part, especially its main gun being functional. Oh, we should check on the Reds real quick. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so the Reds clearly have taken their commitment to burning the Green convoy to heart here, and are even burning down some of the Green shops over this way in this little village area here. Green soldiers in the way back here clearly have been taken by surprise. A number lay dead on the battlefield, including a number of the drivers for the Green convoy vehicles here, but they've started to take out some of those Red soldiers over that way, so that's pretty good right there. Up here we've got more dead Green soldiers, and the Reds seem to be doing a little bit better over here. Remember, Red soldiers do have more health and better accuracy and better range and stuff like that than the Green soldiers, so keep that in mind, that the Reds are going to be just a little bit trickier to actually take out for the Greens. Luckily, there's not too many of them on the battlefield. They are really spec ops sort of specialists kind of things. They're not supposed to be, huge armies being fielded. That's where the Tans and Greens kind of come into play here. And that Tan war machine is in full effect here, as we have many more Panzers moving on forward here, along with some of that infantry support. Like I said before, that is going to be very, very important. Got a Chiha at the very, very front here. This thing has a lot of machine guns on it, so it is a pretty good infantry killer, but it's not the strongest against tanks, so that will be a drawback for that tank in particular right there. Very cheap for the Tans to produce, though. Super easy to get on the battlefield. The Greens on the other side of the river over here are still firing away with their light machine guns and rifles and etc, etc. They're doing pretty decently supporting their tanks right here, and this is just a hard shot to take against these two tanks. They've got this beautiful concrete lip in front of them, which is going to protect the underbelly quite a bit. It's just a strange angle to get at, so it seems like the Tans have not had a lot of success going up against these things right here. They have destroyed this one over here. They've destroyed all these over here, so, you know, Tans have had quite a bit of success, just not against those two. If you look at the mini-map right now at the top left, blue are Tans left alive, as well as a couple of reds at the very, very back, and and red are the greens. So there's not a ton of greens left alive on the battlefield, but again, the positions they are holding are very guerrilla warfare oriented, just small positions behind little grassy knolls and things like that, places where they can pretty easily ambush the oncoming Tan survivors and things like that. It's a good position to be in for the greens, even with less troops than the Tans are going to be fielding. And look at that, these Shermans continue to get missed by the Panzers. Absolutely incredible. The Panzers are really failing against these two Shermans right here, and that is completely advantageous to the Greens. That is a really, really good thing for them. More Chihas coming in the flank over this way. One of them did go down. I wouldn't be surprised if it went down from one of these tanks over here. Look at this! The little cafe, the cafe is burning to the ground because of the Reds. And the Reds do still have more flamer units over here, so they could burn some more buildings to the ground in the very back lines over here. And they've got some more troops this way too. It looks like they've taken more losses in the back lines now, but I mean, they've caused some distractions. They've killed some of the backline defenders, so those are very, very big things. It looks like some shells are going in here, but not quite managing to actually... Oh, wait, no. Well, this got tracked. I mean, that's not a big deal because it's a stationary tank anyway, but it's not fantastic. Oh, they're actually... Are they penetrating through the concrete? Whatever is making it through the concrete there, because it looked like it was making it through, whatever is making it through probably isn't doing as much damage to this tank, so that's not too big of a deal. But the fact that they're actually able to pen through the concrete even slightly, that is really impressive to me. More shells just like overshooting though. There is another tank back here though, so they could manage to maybe hit oh! Yeah, they're pretty close to hitting that one while missing this one. That'd be crazy if they missed and then hit the one in the back and got the kill on the one in the back. That would be nuts. Oh, that looked like a bad shot. Yeah, that took it out. Okay, one Sherman down right there. We can do the repair rule, although, you know, there is no promising this is, it's not repairable. It's not repairable at all. The rest of the tanks, I mean, this one's doing fine. This one does need repairs, but it's just to its track, and it's not going to move anyway, so we're not going to do that. Oh, Chiha comes forward, takes a shot to the face right there, and I'm guessing the crew's probably concussed, and another one hits right there, and the crew starts to bail out of that sucker right there. We do have a number of green soldiers over this way. Tans are taking this little farm, little plot of farmland right here. Tans coming through, they're going to capture that, which is going to be a pretty nice capture because there's a lot of cover right here, and there's this beautiful stone wall they can lay up against and probably get bazooka shots on that. Maybe, definitely this one. If they get up to here, they can bazooka shot it. Maybe back here they can get the range for it, although I kind of doubt it. So we'll just have to wait and see. And then over this way, these greens still alive, still doing well. A couple of the infantrymen are dying though. Oh! Wow. Oh my goodness, it blew up the bridge too. Whatever ammo just exploded blew up this wooden bridge right here. That must have been a lot of high explosive rounds that just went up in flames right there. More shots going through here. I think that overpinned this green tank right here. Let's see, is it alive? Yeah, so it did overpin it, which is basically where it had such high velocity, it went through and didn't really nick anything of importance on its way through, and therefore this thing is basically just still alive. So that's pretty impressive. Oh, this green tank up here finally did bite the dust, but this thing must have had a ton of kills for it. This thing did wonders for the greens, and the Tans are definitely hurting now after such a triumphant start to the green defense here. We can look at the dead here. Yellow are dead greens, red are dead Tans. Tons of dead Tans across the battlefield here. Tons of dead Tan tanks, which is more important for sure. But yeah, the greens are absolutely slaughtering them right now. They're probably pretty ticked off at this point after having such horrendous losses going into this battle here. They're probably pretty excited to start ripping in to some of these Tan soldiers. I mean, last time around they were fighting the purples, but They're all the same enemy, man. They're all in one big alliance, and the greens and blues have been getting absolutely clobbered by said alliance, which is not very good. I just heard a tank explode. Oh, jeez. Okay. Greens continue to wipe out these tanks. Impressive. How's it going? Oh, the fire has spread from the cafe to the house next to the cafe. And these red soldiers are still just chilling. Maybe they're saving themselves to fight in the later parts of the battle, and that's why they're not really coming forward right now. A couple of them taking little chiclet shots. I'm not sure at who. Oh, there's a green driver still in this car. This man is getting like hotboxed by the engine, and he's just chilling. He just does not seem to give a Doug dim a darn right now. Green Sherman over here continues to snipe out Chihas as they cross this bridge and come farther forward. Chiha right there, up in smoke. But Panzer 4Gs are still on the battlefield and pushing forward, and that is going to be the bigger threat on this here battlefield right here. And it's really just one successful shot into these Shermans, and the Sherman is gone. These Panzer 4Gs just have not managed to do that as of yet. All right, let's check in on these guys, though. Do we need any repairs? You guys, are you in need? This one here does need a repair. This one just got clapped. We can repair you real quick. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're dead. You need a repair back here. We'll go ahead and get you on that. Now let's check in on the greens here. This one does need a repair, but again, it's just to the track. We're not going to risk the crew member's life to do that. This one is perfectly fine over here. This one also perfectly fine. And that's it. Only 3 remaining tanks for the Greens. They do have some operational infantry in the woods here. They've got some boys up here. They've got some boys over here. Actually, quite a bit of Green infantry still alive on their blockades in the far, far back here, so they'll still be able to do pretty well. Let's go ahead and bump it up into normal speed here as the final Tan assault really comes forward here. This is going to be make it or break it for the Tans right now. Greens have a beautiful hill situation going on right now. Tans, of course, do have still decent infantry coming forward, but their tanks are still back behind the river. Anything that has made it across the river has gotten killed relatively quickly, and so this infantry is going to go without tank support for the time being until those Panzer 4Gs actually end up coming forward. Far left side, though, pushing up very, very far. They do have bazookas, so they're not completely done against green tanks. Wait, wasn't this one alive? Did this die? Oh, not good. Not good. This one's also dead. That one might have already been dead, though. So we got this and this now, and this has been shot in the side. It is smoking, not a good sign. That's not good. It's still functional. It's still functional, it's still in there, and it gets sniped, and it is down. Crew member bails out there, only to join the fray of the infantry right now. They're starting to fire out a little bit. Very brave soldiers, but sadly they are dead now. Rip to them. More Tans pushing on forward. The Reds behind, getting more cocky and pushing out as well, although a few of them are dying to the Green soldiers back here. Oh, more fire over this way that the Reds have caused. But this green tank is still alive. As long as there's one green tank, we can win this thing, baby. Well, not if they use entire shells on singular soldiers. That's not exactly the best use of your ammo there, my guy. Oh my god, but there we go. Huge shot into Panzer 4G back there. Gets the kill. Wonderful. Very, very nice. Oh, that looked bad. They're still in there. Oh! Ripped through, absolutely ripped through by the Panzer right there. Holy cow. And now it's just up to the Green infantry left alive in the back of the village here. They're not doing too hot. They're getting slain. The village is burning. More importantly, the retreating convoy is burning. Oh, here's a guy. Oh, the driver gets out and just gets shot. He might have been trying to surrender, boys. That might have been war crime right there. We got another guy right here. Oh, it's just now to the spoils go the victor as the Tans and the Reds just rip through green lines here. The retreat has failed, and the Tans have mechanized their force so hard that now the Greens have been wiped. The Greens still do have fortifications in their own land. However, they are not going to be able to do any sort of offensive maneuver for months to come due to this loss. This is incredibly devastating for them, incredibly so. All right, so right now, red are dead greens, yellow are dead tans. I mean, tans took a beating here, definitely took a beating, so they will need to recharge before they go up against any of the green defenses. However, I think in the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to revisit the purples and the blues and see the blues have to defend some of their island fortifications because obviously the purples are going to be coming through for their revenge. So at the moment in the Army Men Unifying War universe, the greens and the blues are getting absolutely clobbered by the tans, purples, and reds, and they're going to need something big to happen for them to sort of make a comeback in this war, or it could be Jover. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.